Do you ever wonder to yourself, what does it feel like to be a collector? Like to be able to step back and really see the thing that they built brick by brick over the years and be able to say, yeah, I did this. Wouldn't it feel so rewarding? Well, I'm not a collector, so I wouldn't really know what it felt, but I feel like it would be really rewarding. But, so I kind of wish I would be able to experience that. Well, anyway, I'm almost done with all of the achievements in Genshin Impact. When I started playing this game, I actually never went as hard as how I go now. Like, my friend would even have to alert me that there was a chest around the area. They would always have to tell me off, like, "Oi, there's a chest here, you should get it." And I'm like, I'll get it later. It only really started around the first few months of 2021. And it was the pandemic. We had so much time to play Genshin Impact. I went in my friend group's Discord channel and I saw my friend just there and I was like, "Oh, what are you doing in Genshin?" And he was like, "I'm struggling trying to find this chest. Like I've been literally opening every bussy here in Mondstadt just to try to find this chest, but no, I can't find anything." And then I asked, "How do you know you're still missing a chest?" And that was the question that would later ruin the rest of my life. I mean, I was so oblivious to this, by the way. I had played Genshin Impact at that point for 3, 4 months, and I think I only knew by then that if you scroll out far enough in the map interface, you can see that there's exploration progress percentages. I'm gonna show you that I have 100%ed every single area in this game. God, I've completed the Chasm and Kanomiya. I've finished Liyue and I've finished Sumeru and Inazuma and Fontaine and Petrichor. When I finished with Petrichor, I was almost done with all of the achievements in this game. And by the way, I'm going to explain to you the sheer weight of all the achievements in this game. Firstly, for the first 3 or 5 months, I was just farming ley lines. I was farming Mora and talent books for so many months just to get that Heroes of the Journey achievement where you finish 800 ley lines. Dude, it was insane. And the hardest thing about this is that you have to collect in order for it to count as a point in that achievement. So you can only collect so much with only 160 resin. Yeah, that. And then after that, there was the fucking garden event in the teapot. Guys, you know the one where you have to plant stuff and you have to wait for 3 days for them to bloom? Well, the first two ones were pretty easy because the first type of plant, the ones that grew on the ground or something, there were so many variants of those plants that had 4 fruits every time you harvested them. So that was easy to finish. After that, the second one was also easy, but it took a little bit more time. The third one, I was looking at Enviosity's profile one time and he was doing a stream and I saw the name card of the garden thing and I was like, how did you get 800 of those water-related plants achievements? How did you get that done? Because that genuinely took me 2 years. I swear, at some point I just gave up. I was like, I don't want to do this. This is too annoying. And then I started picking it up last year I think, and I finally finished it. Took long enough. Oh my god. But the one thing that has been blocking me from being able to completely finish Genshin Impact, and this has been a problem throughout the years, achievements that have been locked in commissions. Oh my god, guys. I hate this shit so much because the way that I would just have to pray to every god in existence and all the 7 archons, including the ones that died, just for me to get the continuation of the one commission that has a fucking quest line. I swear, in Inazuma, I started noticing that there were these achievements when I went to my bounties and I saw that in the world quests page, there's still quests that were locked. And I was like, how the fuck do you finish these? Maybe I just missed someone that was standing in the middle of the city or something. And I searched it up and it was like, you have to help Asakura train 6 times. Shut the fuck up! And I find out that there's so many of those types of achievements in Inazuma. I was like, holy shit, they need to shut the fuck up with this. When I thought it could get any worse, they bring up all the 70 Aranara's locations. Like, what the fuck is this? As the person who needed to scratch that itch, I finished all of that shit. The one that I think I would complain the most is the Shigeru and Takeru something quest near the Yai publishing house, where there's this author that's so uninspired that he's willing to just give another superpower to his main character so that he can pass like a new chapter as fast as possible because he's too lazy to actually think and create a plot for the story. That's the whole thing is basically you have to agree with the editor first, then you have to agree with the author. But then after that, there's still a continuation for the editor and then a continuation for the author. And then after that one, you'll get a quest. And then if you do that quest, you get the achievement. What the fuck? Why would you spend so many? I did it. I fucking did it, guys. But thank God Fontaine hasn't been that annoying. I think the only annoying thing with the Fontaine one is Garcia's Payan, which has been going since Liwe before Sumeru opened. It took me until like this year to finish the quest. And it was only also this month that I found out that I only have like 10 commissions left. And I was so thankful that by the time I went to Mondstadt, I finished commission achievement after commission achievement, like back to back in days in a row. Like, I swear, I was so happy. I was like, oh my god, I can finally finish this shit. I think the one thing that was also really difficult in the Mondstadt regarding like commissions was that one Snezhnayan dude. Oh, it took so long to finish that one. I was so thankful I did that. So yeah, guys, that's the sheer weight of almost every achievement, and I'm so thankful that Genshin has been making it easier for us to finish these achievements. These are the remaining quests that I have to do. Only this. And I really hate the last one at the very bottom because that was the quest that I kept getting when I was trying to finish Garcia's Payan in Sumeru. And I was like, oh yeah, I just gotta give like these medicines to these 3 people and say, oh, if you pray to the Dendro Archon, you'll get healed. I didn't know at all that you could do something else to help these people, you know, and you would get an achievement from that. And I just getting that commission again and again and again and not doing it because I had no fucking clue. My god, I only have like around 29 days left, I think, before Natlan comes out. But even when Natlan comes out, I'm not gonna be able to finish everything because there's still one quest in the Imaginarium Theater achievement banner. Needs you to get like 9 toy medals or something, and that's only something that you get once it resets. I'll be able to get it to 6 by the time that I finish August's Imaginarium Theater, but sadly I would have to let Natlan pass by, and then of course I won't be able to say that I finished every single achievement in Genshin Impact up to date because by the time Natlan comes out, there's gonna be like a whole barrage of new achievements. Crossing my fingers, nothing locked behind commissions because
Hoyaverse
lowered the number of stuff that are locked behind commissions ever since Sumeru, and they better keep it that way. Because bitch, if I catch them doing more than like 3 of those by the next patch, my lawyers will be in touch. So like by the time I'd entered Inazuma, I started realizing that there's like a pattern to these. Every time that you enter a new region, they really encourage you to do the main quest first, because by doing the main quest, you'll be able to obtain the item that is tied to that region that helps you unlock the puzzles and stuff like that. That's the most reoccurring theme that happens whenever Hoyoverse releases a new region in Genshin Impact. And it's really nice that it's familiar and it's repetitive, because even though the real world isn't like that, it still helps me kind of face my fear of new things. Because even until today, guys, even when I'm kind of a seasoned 100%er, I guess, self-proclaimed, I still get scared when a new region opens up, because I feel like one of these days I'm not gonna be able to 100% it anymore, and I really just have to put it down and just give it some time and let all of the versions pass by me. And sometimes it really scares me, like not being able to catch up to Genshin, and it kind of also parallels to like not being able to catch up with a lot of my classmates with the course that I'm in, because I'm not really good at the course that I chose, even when I'm like about to become a third year, and that really makes me scared. But with every challenge that I face, just kind of like, that it's kind of like facing like a new region that is released in Genshin Impact. The moment I actually put in like the work, very little. You just open a few chests here and there. I do the main quest and I understand what's happening with the area. The moment I actually do it, it becomes less intimidating, and it becomes more and more repetitive actually. But the things that used to look so big the moment that you enter the place and just activated the statue of the seven becomes really small and familiar the moment you actually interact with these places. And knowing that kind of helps me deal with my anxiety with facing new things in my life. Yes, I know that my obsession and my compulsiveness to like finishing everything is going to be very alarming once I have to do my thesis in fourth year and I'm doing Snezhnaya. But as much as possible, if I can finish Genshin Impact even after I graduate, I just want to do it, because I'm already this far. I might as well do it. So yeah.